This series is recommended for adult viewers only. Violence, harsh language, and themes of Shadowrun can be found inside.
Myocardial infarction.
AP's about to have one.
Audience at home, welcome to episode 29 of Shadowrun Ides of March. Shadowrun 4 you actually play. Whatever. The question is, what does your character do when they can't sleep?
Shit, I forgot about this.
When Decay can't sleep, he stares at a wall and thinks about that time his entire family was gunned down in front of him brutally. So it used to happen a lot, but now that he's been working on an art project, he actually hasn't been doing it very often or at all. So that's been nice. I'm gonna leave this one open to whoever wants to go next. We vibe with the universe and just do whatever.
I can jump in here.
Great, because if
my
no one
NPCs.
said anything, I would draconianly crack down and start naming names.
Yeah. So one of the NPCs we've met before, contact named Ox. He is a gunsmith, and when he can't sleep, he works on his guns.
It's a good one. Makes sense.
That's horrible.
No, it's just like
When you're not, hold on. When you can't sleep, you do your actual job. Get a hobby.
No.
Build
That is
a
his hobby.
Gundam.
That is his hobby.
If you love your job,
You'll never
It's-
work a
it's
day
not
in your
That's a
life.
horrible phrase that was invented to make people want to do their job more.
or people who actually found happiness.
That phrase was invented by people who thought that adding imaginariums to corporate buildings would be a good idea. Or if we put a cafeteria, the engineers will stay till 8 fucking p.m. at night and do their work while eating pizza.
I mean, he's self-employed. Like, it's not like he's working as a gunsmith for a corporation.
That's so much worse.
No, it isn't.
His whole life is just making
Passion.
guns. He has nothing else.
I
What's
gotta
this
say,
guy's name? I feel so bad for this
Says-
fictional character.
Says the man who says he stares at a wall.
I want to
Yeah.
be clear. I and DK are
Yeah.
not the same person.
Right.
And I have made DK specifically to make the audience feel bad about anything and everything he does. He is handcrafted to be a horrible monster, but also pathetic.
Mhm.
well, on that note of doing useless tasks, when Cipher can't sleep, he redoes his entire folder architecture for every file he has ever saved.
Oh man.
He renames
Off.
them all, and he does this like nightly. It's like a good test to like a
Like
memory
counting
game.
sheep.
Yeah, instead of counting sheep, he goes, "What if instead of going chronological, we go alphabetical tonight?" And he just redoes every single folder.
I knew there was something wrong with that boy.
just a couple things.
You made me think of it just now. So,
It's pretty good. Let's see. Well, Sniff, when he can't sleep, I'd say he probably sits out on a balcony, summons up a little dog spirit, a little like fluffy chow chow or something, sitting next to him and chain smokes. It's,
It's so
Probably
bad for his lungs.
it's not doing great things.
Nothing a little heal spell won't take care of.
Yeah. Just scritches, that spirit puppy. Puffs away.
See that right there? That's a normal reaction to not being able to sleep. Out of all the people so far.
Okay, well, when Blitz can't sleep, she gets up and she walks around her block.
oh, I thought you were going to say she gets swole.
Already there.
I was gonna say that for DK, but then I was gonna add that he regularly kills drug dealers and gangsters. But we've already seen that on camera, so I went back to the thing that makes it very sad.
Mm-hmm.
Which really brings me to the point that I wanted to ask, which is why is Blitz not lethal maxing by taking out all the drug dealers and criminals in her area? This feels like a missed opportunity to do justice.
She's not getting paid to do it.
You don't have to get paid to do the right thing.
Is that
How do you
DK speaking?
how do you know
Who's
that
saying
taking out the gangs and criminals in her area is the right thing to do?
Easy. It's protocol.
It's protocol.
Protocol.
You haven't paid to see those cards. Actually, it's funny. Spoon is the only one who's paid to see those cards.
Yeah.
Great, Spoon. It's your show.
All right. I believe we find ourselves on the night. I don't know what time you guys wanted to go. Went to this as technology pyramid. I'm pretty sure it was at the very least it was evening, if not night. We find ourselves in the parking lot basement structure of the as technology pyramid in downtown Denver. Sniff and Decay have exited the vehicle and stealthed their way over to a staircase up into they decided not to use the maybe working maybe not working elevator and took the stairs up to the public floor where they're about to step out into the sign next to the door says Plaza del Sol. And Blitz and Cipher are still back down in the van.
What was the travel time for us to get up here?
It's I don't know, maybe like a minute or two. Like
Okay.
it's not super far away, but it's a little bit of a walk.
All right. We've got a big chunk of our firepower currently sitting in the van, babysitting the
Yeah, Cypher's babysitting Blitz. You're right.
Yeah. And
So much wrong with that statement.
like a little bit nervous, right? We might need that depending on how things go.
Hey, DK, Sniff, I was thinking, should I send Bug with you guys to just continually be scouting ahead a little bit? I mean, that's usually like what I do is give us a map, and I feel like I haven't done it this time.
Yeah, get those eyes and ears going, Cipher.
Bug could at least give you something that you're going into, so you're not blind.
I think that's a great idea.
I'll give him simple commands to listen to one of you, and I'll let him figure out which one. So at that, I think I'd be like, "All right, Bug, go catch up," and then just have Bug start mapping, basically creating the grid I usually make, mainly parking like where there are level changes, like stairs and things like that.
Well, so this set of stairs only goes up one like sub level or one level to the main ground level, which is the only publicly accessible level that there was.
And that's where this Plaza del Sol is then.
Yes, correct.
I think the real thing I want Bug to really look out for is any access points that go down to sub level 3 or lower, as like a just in case.
Yeah, so there are no, like there is one more sub level of parking garage here, so you guys could theoretically go down to a second level of parking, but this stairwell only covers sub levels to the ground floor.
Okay. Like it was intentional.
It takes a minute for Bug to catch up to you guys, but once he's there, you get a picture in picture of yourselves on the HUD as Bug hovers in the air next to you.
Based off of what Cipher came up with last time around like network architecture, we're going heading towards the zoo. Do we have a rough idea in mind of sort of which direction and how many entrances to this thing there are?
So you would know from the fly around that Bug did earlier. There are 4 main entrances, one on each side of the pyramid. There are several air taxi like landing platforms higher up. Some of them are still intact, some of them are not. But as far as like ground entrances, just the 4 on the main level. And then you think, well, does anybody have Denver local knowledge?
Do
I do
Go ahead
too,
and-
but I'm not there.
Yeah, but you would.
we're
This is
chit-chatting.
yeah,
you know.
this is
Okay.
Sniff's head. So you would also be able to roll this with a 5. Okay. Okay. So yeah, definitely between the two of you, you guys are talking back and forth. Between the three of you, sorry, talking back and forth. You know that there was back in like the 2060s, there was a proposed, or maybe it was the 2050s, I don't remember exactly, but there was a proposed Denver subway that the tunnels were dug and it was like in the process of being built. And that was right around the time that Dunkelzahn died. And then it was basically abandoned. And when Ghostwalker took over the city, it was not restarted. But you know that the tunnels are down there, and there was probably some sort of access from below here, as this was a major hub in the city, especially in the what was formerly the As technology sector, now is the CAS sector. There definitely would have probably been like a subway transit hub down underneath here.
Do we see any activity on the main level here other than us?
You cracking the door?
You ready, DK? I'll lead the way.
Okay. So you crack open the door. The hinges are stuck and rusty. You have to give it a little bit of a like jerk to pull it open. It opens up into a long, large arched hallway with like frosted glass over on the top of the arch, and then there are like large carved stone pillars going down either side, and there are basically like shops and restaurants and things all along this walkway. And as you're looking down this big hallway, you can see out into the Plaza del Sol, which is a large, wide open space. You both have like low light or thermovision, right?
Yeah.
Okay. DK, you're looking.
It's been a really long time since I've checked that, so hold on.
I think you do as an elf, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I've got contact lenses that,
Have low light.
and then thermographic as well, and vision magnification on the glasses. That helps.
I have vision magnification as well. I mean, if elf has low light,
I'm pretty sure
then
elf. I'm pretty sure elf comes with low light vision.
very well.
It has a ton of stuff if it matters, like 7 things.
So obviously the Plaza del Sol is the central plaza of the pyramid. It's a large, wide open space filled with Mesoamerican decor and like structures. Those large carved stone pillars that are lining this hallway go out and they open up into a large circular area in the central plaza. At the center there is a large sculpture of a sun disk. And with those area knowledge, you would have known that this disc used to be gold plated, but since the abandonment, the scavengers have come in and scraped it off, leaving behind the metal skeleton underneath, which is kind of like a metaphor for the pyramid itself. And there's a large, shallow, like reflecting pool beneath that. And then once you've taken that, I bet the pool has become like a very like dirty, dark, like stagnant pool of water. It smells really like musty, like earthy. And then underneath all of that, there's like a tang of like metallic and chemical sense of like broken down uh, machinery and chemicals. Um, as you're looking down at the floor beneath you, you see a faded and chipped set of like lines on the floor. And as you like step through the door, you can hear the flickering of like a neon signage next to it that has like the corresponding colors and what they take you to. And so red is the, oh boy, I'm probably gonna mispronounce this, but the Joadal biodome. Green is the Teocalli Skywalk. Black is the Tambor Amphitheater. White is the Acelti Transit Hub, and orange is the Obsidian Arcade.
What was the last
Sorry,
color?
just to be very clear,
Yes,
the Obsidian Arcade, which one would traditionally associate with the word black, is in fact the orange line?
correct. There are no
Okay.
black lines.
I thought you said green, black,
So,
white, and orange.
sorry. Yes, there is a black line that goes to the Tambor Amphitheater. So there's red,
Yes.
green, black, white, and orange.
Look, I'm just questioning this color classification.
Sure. Hey, sign you up to be an interior decorator at As Technology.
That's right.
Unfortunately, every artist who has looked at my interior decoration skills has vomited, including two of you in chat who viewed the ships I made in Empyrean.
Well, that would actually play very well here because a lot of the decor is really blocky, um,
Perfectly
chunky,
square,
Mesoamerican.
absolutely
Yeah.
stark, monochromatic, perfect.
Okay. Wow.
Everything I want out of a building.
Yeah.
I'm
It's
just
very,
gonna
very
look at.
brutalist.
There you go.
Well, I guess I can't really. Oh wait, no, I'm actively using my my ultrasonic senses. So I just turn to look at the invisible Cipher and I say, "What do you think?"
You mean the invisible Sniff?
Sniff?
Sniff, sorry, Sniff.
Yeah.
I always fuck people's names up in this game. It's really bad.
No, I think it smells terrible in here. Not sure where to go first. We identified the zoo as the main potential place for this, node to hook up to, right? Is that which one of these lines looks like it goes to the zoo?
Is it the
That would be the red line.
Red
Was
line?
The,
Okay.
Okay.
the biodome.
Biodome. Got you.
Micro sub vocalizing back to the rest of the group. We've arrived at a hub location. It appears secure. It might be worth bringing forward our support team to secure the hub while we move forward on the zoo.
Does that mean he wants us to go with him?
Yes, it means I want Blitz and Cipher to move forward to this location. While we
Lock down the
continue
van
to
and
advance.
work your way up here.
Lock the van. Got it. Yeah. Okay. And
Roger.
he hits the lock button while we're still at it. And he goes, oh, wait. No, that doesn't. Hold on.
Now, I need the audience to know that this is 100% Savannah's plan because my plan was for the two of us to go in together and get killed.
I wouldn't
But
say this is
Savannah was
my
like,
plan.
We should probably have backup nearby. And I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know about that, but fine, whatever.
I'm going to bring in the big guns with a taser.
Decay is wandering around right now with no armor on. Just,
No,
just
Spoon
full
has
of cookies.
Spoon has sold me that I'm wearing my Under Armour suit.
Okay.
I
That's
feel
smart.
that it's antithetical to my position as a man of beardliness.
I mean, you are also armored in snacks, so
It's true. I do have my cookies.
count it. Scan around with the thermographic at the very least. See if this dank pool of water has me mildly nervous for some reason.
Sure. Let's go ahead and make me a visual perception check.
All right. It's a 5.
5. Okay.
Jeez.
So you can see there do seem to be like some small ripples in the pool, but there doesn't seem to be any signs of movement.
Okay.
You think it might be like drips from above, or like, little pieces of debris falling into the pool, perhaps. You're not really sure what it's from.
Okay.
But with a 5, you don't see any active movement.
All right. If he's thinking that it might be above, he's following that line up and looking,
Sure.
seeing what he sees.
Yeah, with a 5, there are, and you're specifically in thermographic here.
Yeah.
So you don't see any like sign, like hot, like space, like life signs, essentially, that would be like, hey,
Okay.
this is a living being up here. You do see like there are some very faint like lines in the walls and in the ceiling that you think might be like wires or like power conduits, things like that.
Okay.
Because there does seem to be at least a modicum of electricity running through this place.
Okay. Sniff will call that out to Cipher and see if that, plug it into the map.
You also see when you look up, if you're out, have you guys moved out like to the main central area where the disc is? Where the sun
start working that way. Why not?
So when you look up, you can see this central atrium like extends up several levels to where you can see, you can actually see out into the night sky from here, as where Ghostwalker's attack damaged the side of the building. It has crunched through to this central part. So it's not very big, but you can see out through here.
Always like a skylight.
As we're making our way to that hub area, can I do a matrix perception check just to see what networks are here in case there was something highly unlikely but publicly available that can direct us and give us a bit more information than what I'm gleaning just by sniffing around with Bug?
Sure. Yeah, go ahead and make me an analyze roll.
Ooh, analyze. I already had the first 3 clicks of matrix perception done. I shall back out. Oh wait, no, it is the same thing. Damn it.
As I analyze is your matrix perception.
Now I backed out for no reason. Have to restart. Oh, we like the number 5 tonight.
Yeah.
Dang. Okay. Let's see here. So as far as like matrix activity, you can see there are like a couple hosts still active that are like there's a Taco Temple host that's still active, and like you can see in your AR like feed like ads and stuff still popping up for like, hungry, grab our new triple taco value pack. Like,
now, I'm very curious.
Mhm.
Are those ads for recent products or for products that would have been from the year that this place got
Is it
crashed?
receiving updates?
That's a great
updates?
question.
Because breaking into the Taco Temple network might be the great way to start our way up.
No, I'm gonna say that they're probably from like the mid 2060s. So like
Spoon. Sorry to cut in there,
ago.
Spoon. I just thought maybe I might hack the game master.
Sure.
Thought I might hack the system, man.
That's a great question. That was a great question. That's good thinking. But no, these would be like these hosts are not connected to the As Technology global grid. They would just be local networks. They might have, like, you might be able to pull like a full floor plan of like the public sector off of them, but yeah, other than that, there's not really a whole lot you're going to be able to get off of them.
And would that same check be able to tell me any hidden networks, or would you want a separate check for that? Because it's the same.
There are not any hidden networks in this area.
Oh wow. Okay, so there's really no other networks broadcast.
Like, and when I say this area, I mean like the Plaza del Sol.
Yeah. Okay.
Like there are probably hidden networks elsewhere within
Mhm.
the pyramid, but in the section you are in now, there are no other hidden networks.
Got it. Okay. Well, this area seems pretty bare unless you want 10 to 15-year-old taco food. But shall we all go to the zoo, or do you want us to stay here now and like we're just kind of like 10 steps behind you type thing? Like what? How are we doing this?
The plaza does also seem to like double as a uh, like a food court and restaurant area as well. That's what most of these businesses around here are, is like food and refreshment, like bars, clubs, things like that.
It looks fully abandoned though, right? Like, it
I
doesn't
was
look
gonna say,
like people have been nearby
You can go
recently,
ahead and
or
make me another perception check.
all right.
I was gonna say, can I send Bug like pretty far ahead
Not
now
great
just
that
to like
time.
look for anyone?
Sure.
Because it
Yeah,
feels
yeah.
like
Just tell me which perception or sorry, tell me which hallway you're sending him down.
I think I'd scout in the direction we're going, which was zoo, which was
The
red.
line.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're gonna send him off to the left.
What? Well, I'll do his clear sight check in a sec, but just to he's got low light, thermographic, vision mag, motion sensor, ultra wide radar, and microphone.
Okay. All right. So with perception of 1 and 3, Sniff, it looks like there's been some movement through here, not anytime recent. Blitz, as you're looking around, you're like, actually, I think there's probably like there's definitely been movement and it's been repeated. Like someone has come through here on the same track several times.
Like
Which way
just
they
one
go?
person?
No, there's multiple sets of I'm not gonna call them like footprints, but multiple signs of travel
Yeah,
of
okay.
like meta-humanoid creatures.
Okay.
So people. With 1 success. So which of those sensors is he using? Because you're going to get different information based on what you have him looking for each time.
If
Or
the
you just want him to
lighting's,
like flip through every single one.
I feel it's a little cheesy, but I guess I would say if the lighting's good, he's probably focusing more so on thermographic and motion sensor.
Okay, so with 1 success on motion sensor, you do get he gets a bunch of small pings, with like probably 2 or 3 that you would like show up on the sensor as like a maybe like cat or dog sized animal, like they like hear his wings, the sound of his like buzzing, and scurry away.
This is very suspicious. It's like nothing.
Well, I'm sure there are people here. I just don't think they're here right now. Like, think how big this pyramid is. There got to be somewhere.
Yeah.
It could also be hiding.
We're better off not running into people this entire time.
Shall we keep going down the red line?
Take our way.
I think that you two should stay here and secure the area, analyze it further. I have a particular mission for you, Cipher. There's been rumors of the secret Taco Temple gold card that gets you any taco you want for life. We don't know how secure the taco vault in this Taco Temple is. I need you, when you're not scouting ahead for us, to see if you can break taco security and get us whatever remaining gold cards may have been left behind. This may be the real takeaway from this mission.
I feel
Free
like
tacos for life.
Now, just to be clear, the McDonald's
Hell
gold
yeah.
card is real, but it's only given away to people who would not eat McDonald's and could afford to do so for their whole life quite easily. But if we, 4 Shadowrunners, could kill each other over splitting 1 card, Isn't that a Halloween one-shot horror story worth exploring?
I think the bear might win that one. It's food on the line.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I know who.
Fair.
Well, actually, I'd say it comes down to two people.
Blitz.
I think the guy who could turn invisible could just stand in a corner and wait for everyone else to shoot each other,
Yeah,
then walk
well,
over and pick up the card.
there is a guy who can see him when he's invisible as well. I don't know.
Yeah. So there's so much checkmating going on. It's hard to tell, really.
Yeah.
It's
Glad
probably
you
going to
three
be
feel
one of
that
those
way.
situations where faces are eaten,
All I'm saying, there's only one of us that's got an automatic shotgun.
My best defense against that is the noise canceling earbud things I got.
As we turn to walk down the red line, I start talking to Sniff, and I'm like, so you said there are magical lines coming out of the wall towards you, wires and such.
Electrical.
Yes, yes. I read a book series about something like that once, long time ago, long before you were born, by an author by the name of Sanderson. It was a real shame when he got assassinated by his rival, Patrick Rothfuss, during the corporate book wars of 2031.
Did that happen?
Yes, that happened in canon. I've established it
Yep.
right now that Patrick Rothfuss killed
My
Brandon
God.
Sanderson.
The publishing wars.
So vicious.
Fantasy novels, they never let you get away from the real stuff. Oh, look, we've arrived here at the biodome.
Actually, no, you haven't. So you begin walking down the hallway for red line. Go ahead and make me another perception check.
Okay.
All right.
Do I get to add my magic ability to this?
No, because this would not show up in a sound-based medium. So with a 1 and a 2, you can both see, like, as you're moving down this way, you start seeing, like, on the walls and pillars and things like that, when there's like, there's like broken lumen globes around here that are like flashing light occasionally in the area. You can both see looks like someone has spray painted things on the walls here. And it's 2 red R's that are back to back over a green leaf. Like the green leaf is the background, and there's the 2 red R's back to back. A la, like, I think it's like the Red Robot Army in DBZ. That symbol.
Wow. Like a reverse Team Rocket.
Right, rack in Sniff's brain. He's trying to think of what this could be a reference to, or if this is a group that he might know of.
Any gang knowledge or anything like
I
that?
do have Underworld.
I'd take it. Yeah.
All right.
Sorry, the Red Ribbon Army, but the R's are reversed and back to back.
Got a 3.
3. Yeah, okay. You rolled pretty well on your area knowledge, Denver, too. Yeah, 5. So you know that this is a gang tag for a gang called the Red Leaf Reapers. That they obviously consider this area part of their turf. They're a fairly decently sized gang that, as far as you knew, were in this area around the pyramid. You didn't know whether or not they operated within the pyramid, but apparently now they do.
All right. Yeah, Sniff points at it and says, Decay, your favorite type of person. Looks like they've claimed this. The Red Leaf Reapers. Local gang. We'll definitely have to keep our eye out. He radios that back to Blitz and Cipher, obviously.
Odd territory for them to want. Doesn't seem like there's anything valuable here. Not
You
yet,
also-
at least.
You also see, like, this hallway that you've gone down. The green and black lines also go part way down. You see the green line, or the black line splits off through another large hallway part of the way down. And then as you get closer to where you can see at the end of this, you can see like reflecting light off of large triangular glass pieces at the end of this hallway. And the green line also splits off before you get to the end. But you step out into this large area that's very, very big. And there's a huge, like, glass dome essentially inside this pyramid. And there's, a bank of doors at the front of it where it says, I'm not going to try and pronounce it again, but that pronunciation of the Nahuatl word, biodome. And this would be where you would like buy tickets and stuff like that.
Cipher, can you scan? Is there like decent amount of electrical activity going on by any chance? We see any? Are there lights on in here that we like inside the dome that we can see?
You can see the much as it has been before. It's very spotty. It is dark. I would consider it low light conditions with
Okay.
occasional like flashes of like a fluttering or strobing like broken light that is
All right.
partially active. But there are lots of shadows and dark places and
Okay.
Do you think the animals are still alive in there? I mean, why would they waste time getting them out if the dragon, is destroying half of their pyramid?
Yeah. Might have been left behind, that's for sure. My thought was that the Red Leaf Reapers there might be using this as a grow house of some kind.
Yeah.
And I send Bug to basically do 3 passes, 1 in low light, 1 in thermo, and again in motion sensor.
Sure. Go ahead and make me. We'll call it 1, which is 1. It'll be 1 perception check, and you'll get, depending on your level of success, you'll get different information.
And it's pilot plus clear sight.
Correct.
Okay. Wow.
Ooh, that is not great. It's not a glitch though. Only 3 ones.
Okay.
Uh,
Bug doesn't crash into the glass.
yeah. No, he Bug flies up and finds one of a broken window, a broken piece of glass, and goes to crawl in, flies around, and he doesn't seem to see anything. When he goes in, the inside of this thing it looks like a zoo. There are walkways, little Quonset huts with thatched roofs, things like that. There's a couple large buildings with Mesoamerican features on them. One of them says reptile house. And there are also several large exhibit enclosures. But the signs are faded, and he would have to get much, much, much closer than doing a overview flight.
What do you mean you don't see anything? That doesn't make any sense. It must be something.
I mean, he does see. He sees the overview.
This is just Cipher getting frustrated with Bug's performance. Come back here. We're going to clean your windshield wipers. Just ridiculous. Nothing.
It is very grimy in here. I will give him that.
All right,
Musty, come damp.
You're not helping the team right now. Come rest. We're going to recharge. We'll send you back out later. Ridiculous. Should have got that stupid firmware update that was on sale last week.
Should we take a closer look, Decay?
Decay has been muttering to himself off of the subvocal comms, so only Sniff can hear him, and he's saying things like, "You're on thin ice, Buster. Gee willikers. Newsflash, buddy. Nice try, pal." And you
Trying
can
out
tell
catchphrases.
Yes, he's planning. He's done this before, where he takes on new personas right? For his different infiltrations. You could tell that he's going through his like guy who is a dad going through his dad words of power without any swears. You know what I mean?
Hey,
Hey,
buddy.
Sticks, we're not heating the outdoors.
Yeah, exactly. But he's going through the words that his dad would have used.
Hmm.
So again, it is prominently like early 2000s, mid 2010s level of stuff. Truly millennial talking.
So what do you guys? What?
Winston.
Oh, I keep
What's
going forward. I'm not
Yeah, yeah.
deterred. I
Okay.
heard that there's nothing ahead of us. And we
I
have
mean,
an
there's
expert scout with surveillance drone, you know?
yeah.
Keeping our
So you
eye
guys
out.
move up through the doors. They are actually locked, but it would be pretty much it'd be very simple to just break through the glass and open it from the other side.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my auto picker.
Okay. What is the rating of your auto picker?
Probably whatever the lowest rating possible is.
I have one as well.
Great. I might let you. I pull up my auto picker at rating 1, and then I look over at yours and I go, "We'd better use yours."
Yeah,
It's
I got
just
a
like
rating
in-
2. So
Just like in Pirates of the Caribbean when they pull out the telescope thing. He just keeps getting-
Mine's clearly
And
like
then-
a Walmart Great Value brand, so I just put it back in my back in my
Fair.
robes.
Is there a skill related to this too? Would that be like the infiltration?
There is, I believe there is a lock picking skill.
Okay.
If you do not have it, you just roll the rating of your auto picker.
Just like 2 dice then, or plus like
You could go agility, I think, maybe.
okay. I'm trying to remember because I feel like we've done this once before.
I think it is the
Remember
rating
how
of
we
the
did
auto
it.
picker because I bought the most expensive
Oh,
one
I have
could afford.
locksmith. Okay, I do have locksmith. So
Mm.
would I add the rating of my auto picker to locksmith and then roll that? I think that's how we did it last time. There we
Okay.
go.
That makes sense to me.
All
One.
right, got 1 success.
Yeah, you are able to pick the lock.
Cracks the door. I'll step in first because I am invisible. Take a few steps, look around.
All right. So you find you step through the entranceway and you find yourself in like a foyer plaza of what would be a zoo. There's several dilapidated shops, stalls that have collapsed. Like a couple restaurants that you can see with like picnic tables sitting out front that are the wooden ones have rotted away, and like collapsed, half falling over. And then there are some faded signs and some like 3 or 4 different pathways out of here that go deeper into the zoo. Heading back over to the central plaza. Do you guys want to make me perception checks? Like what are you guys doing back here?
I'm securing the area and looking
Okay.
for signs of life.
So you're like walking a perimeter then, or do you want to like fort up somewhere?
I'm gonna put Cipher somewhere safe.
Okay. So where is safe for Cipher?
Trash barrels.
I will probably take him into a restaurant,
Okay.
secure the inside of the
temple.
restaurant, and then
Sure.
like leave him there
Okay.
and tell
then-
him to sit like under a table.
Okay. So you build Cipher a little like fort of tables and chairs and
Yes.
stick him in there and go, stay here. I'll be right back.
hmm
Okay. So with a perception of 1,
Yeah, I didn't do very good.
yeah, when you're walking around, are you like attempting to be stealthy, or are you just kind of
I imagine I cloak myself
okay?
as
With
I'm securing the perimeter.
perception of 1,
Yeah.
you don't really see any, like you see a couple like small rodents run away from the sound of your boots as you get near. like you're pretty competent. There's like a couple like times where like you snap your gun up because like a breeze ruffles like a faded poster that's hung on the wall, but otherwise you don't see anything as you circle through here and then meet back up with Cipher in the Taco Temple Fort. Cipher, what do you got going on during all this?
So I was thinking, you said there's like no real network connect to outside of like the outdated restaurants and stuff.
Like you can still connect to the public grid, like the public Denver grid. You can still connect to that.
Oh, okay. Right.
So like you still have matrix access. Let me be clear about that. But like as far as like local hosts, there's one for the Taco Temple. There's like one for a like Mexican themed bar, and then just like some other small shops that you would find in a mall, but none of them are like.
Then I think if I do, okay, it's going to pivot. Then I thought originally you said I didn't have any public access, and I was like, oh no, man, I'm going to start playing into the addiction, media junkie, reality impaired.
Yeah. Well, so here's the other thing: you're a technomancer. If you have no matrix access, that's bad for you.
That's why I was like, oh boy, going like this under the table. But if I do have something that I can connect to, even if it's just public and probably doesn't get me the results I want, I think I would start trying to look for, I don't know if it's footage, but like history of the pyramid, like before it was attacked, then during the attack and after, and just to see like over time if you can tell where power has been going out and if something still has power in a different area, like what's still up and running over time. Just it would be more like viewing footage and comparing like this year to the next year to the next year.
I mean, there's plenty of YouTubers, right, that love to do the abandoned ruins like thing. You got to find some videos out there.
Ghost hunters.
100%. Yeah. Go ahead and make me like a data search. So if you have like a browse program or a browse complex form.
I do have browse. I just look up what the complex form rating is. Browse is a 2. All right. Because I'm blocked in under a table, and I'm going to can I thread first, and I'm not doing anything else.
Sure, go ahead.
2. That's pretty good. So I'll have to resist 2 of that. Actually, it's not very good considering it's 10 dice rolling. Not very well.
Because what is it like? You have to resist fade equal to the hits you get, or is it equal to the ending, like the modified stat?
Like I think it's the hits I use. I think so. If I use both of those, I would have to resist 2. So I'm going to use both. God, I'm rolling like hot garbage. So there's the browse, and where's my fade? Come on, at least 2. Oh, okay. There's a good roll.
So you're data searching like just footage on the pyramid.
Yeah, like I think the main thing, I should articulate this before, but like knowing now that we have these different lines, I'm just trying to see like, is there anything that shows like over time, you could see at one point the green line went out in this year, the black line has maintained power and then went out at this point. Like just trying to like tell what, like if there's things went out in stages.
No, not really. Like you basically, there are 2 points where damage occurred to the pyramid. One was when Ghostwalker first showed up to take over, when he initially kicked the Azzies out of Denver. And then again in 2074 when they were back for like a short period of time, and they made some repairs, and then it got damaged again. Otherwise, it's been a fully functioning, active, like attraction, like location here in Denver, from basically like the 2020s up until I think like 2062 was when Ghostwalker first came back to Denver. And then it was dormant for that like 12-year span, and then it was active again for like about a like about a year, I think, more or less.
Is there any way to like try to zoom in on when as technologies came back, where they tried to go in that year, like within the pyramid?
Not with a 2, but you could turn this into an extended test if you wanted to, and you could continue searching.
Sure, as long as Blitz has me hold up under tables in a taco temple, sure.
Yeah,
I
when,
don't-
about the time you finish your first like section of the extended test is when Blitz comes back from her like patrol walk, and like you are did you go VR or are you still AR?
I'm staying AR.
Okay, you get a bit of a start when she like decloaks in front of you.
Ah, don't do that. Or actually, do that, but tell
Don't
me
be
you're
a
going to do
baby.
that. I'm not a baby, as he says, rocking back and forth under a table.
So, cutting back over to the scout team, you guys head off down one of these trails, or are you gonna look around for more information first? Because there are several signs that would like faded maps and like the sign of you are here. This is
Yeah.
where that like
Yeah, I mean, definitely look at the signage, right? See if there's anything that's like employees only, or like the leads to the back rooms where we might find essentially
there
this hookup.
there is one and you saw this from Bug's flyover. You weren't sure what the
Mhm.
building was, but putting 2 and 2 together now with this map, one of the large like stone like temple looking structures is marked as like administration employees only, and it's kind of in the center like left part of the dome.
Okay. Yeah, that's the target. Sniff points it out to DK, says, let's make our way. And he starts walking.
Okay.
I am going to send a text to Cipher asking for when he's not busy to send us a data rundown on the Red Leaf Reapers and like their known habits, known associates, like rap sheet. Like, are these guys just like crackheads, or are they like murder for hire, or are they just dudes who like to tag stuff like an artist collective or something like that? You know what I mean? Just give us some intel and maybe like who runs the joint. Intel we could use to maybe talk our way past things.
Will do.
Great.
He's like thankful to have a task that he may be productive at.
While he's texting, and by the way, he starts the text and says, "Hello, Decay here. I want to send you a message, Cipher, asking for the following list of actionable items." But what he's saying out loud is, and by out loud I mean subvocally, is Sniff, you're the professional investigator here. My way of doing this would involve breaking open doors violently and in the search for this, but that's not what we've come here to do. So I'll let you take the lead. He says, walking like a pace or two behind him, but of course, DK's the visible one.
Yeah. And Sniff responds back, no worries. I'm going to take a spin around the building and see if anything jumps out.
So you guys are heading down towards the administration building.
Yeah.
All right, so you begin walking. Obviously, all of the vegetation here is very overgrown. Like what was once like a very wide sidewalk, like pathway that would accommodate maybe 30 people, like side by side, has like shrunk down to where like you might be able to fit like 2 or 3 walking side by side. Obviously, you two can go down it pretty easily. As you're moving down this like central, essentially like flora corridor, there are large leaved plants, fronds, ferns, like trees with vines overgrowing the branches, things like that hanging down. Um, Go ahead and make me another perception check. with a 4 and a 1. A or a DK because you have your ultrasound
Yep.
or ultrasonic
Yep.
active. So you both hear this then. Um, there's a sound of running water coming from ahead of you. And you come up to where there used to be a bridge over this like wide kind of river that like cuts across this area and then turns to the left and you lose it in the trees. But there was a bridge crossing here that is no longer there. It's probably about maybe 10 to 12 meters to the other side.
How deep does it look?
It doesn't look super deep. Um, like you see, like, and it doesn't seem to be running, or it doesn't look to be running very fast. But you can you snap off a little twig and like toss it in the water. It's running faster than it looks. Looks like it's pretty dark, dirty, muddy water. But you think maybe you could walk across it? You're not sure.
Yeah, I'm deeply suspicious because the inclusion of a shallow to not so shallow river is a great way to get around being able to sense the location of objects that don't pass through a permeable material.
Oh.
Feels kind of like a sort of super alligator, mega crocodile, dire piranha situation we're about to walk into, to me, just as a meta perspective. Also, I'm wearing new robes and I don't want to get the bottom of the robes wet and dirty.
Yeah, looking around,
How,
is there
okay,
anything other
yeah,
than the
that's a great
bridge?
question. How see-through is this water and how fucking stagnant and nasty is it?
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah,
if
yeah.
I mean, so
it's like
it's not
10
that.
years old,
It's
I
running.
mean, yeah, it's
I
moving
mean,
water, so
running
it's not.
doesn't mean it's not stagnant, right? You could
Yeah.
have a unfiltered track of water going in a circle in a
Yes,
loop.
yes, sure. Yeah, you are correct. It could be it could be extremely dirty. It does look like it is quite muddy. But you don't get like the smell of like stagnant water from it.
Right.
Looking around, does it look like anything has been crossing it? Like, is there like a desire
Go
path
ahead.
anywhere?
Yeah, go ahead and make me another visual perception check.
You can see where the
Four
wagons
again.
have forded it. So all we got to do is get a carpenter to disassemble.
Well, we have one with us. Can
Oh,
we make a
fuck, you're right.
rudimentary
I am a
lathe?
carpenter.
Right.
1 second.
But
here.
doctor, I am the great clown Pagliacci.
Need to look.
I'd also like to look specifically like underneath the like collapsed bridge, like
Sure.
Do we see any pieces of the bridge?
Yeah, that's I guess.
Yeah, for sure. On the side you're on, there's it collapsed down into the water, so there's like a little ramp down into the river, essentially.
Mhm.
Kind of
But it
similar on
didn't
the other
wash
side.
away. It's just beneath the water level now.
On your side, yeah, it does look like the center of the bridge washed away, but on either bank there is like a collapsed ramp.
Okay.
Hang on, I didn't make a.
All right. Well, look, it's going to take a few weeks for us to steal a U.S. Army river entrenching vehicle. Maybe get a pontoon bridge going, but we have to be safe and hygienic here. So,
Don't want to get your robe muddy.
oh, that's right. We could just use ropes.
I have rope. No, I don't.
Okay. So Sniff, you
Yeah.
see as you're like looking around, like you're checking for alternate routes of like crossing this thing. You see there are two they're about 4 meters long, and they're just kind of lounging on the opposite bank. There are two. Do you have any like paracritter or like paracritter knowledge skills?
I have magical threats.
I'd take a magical threat roll. Your threshold is going to be higher
Okay.
because it's not specific to paracritters, but
Okay. Got a 3.
yeah, they look like crocodiles. They're on the opposite bank.
Motherfucker, I told you it was going to be a Giga Crocodile situation. It was the first thing I said.
They kind of have a V-shaped snout.
Uh-huh.
For their lower teeth protrude up over their top lip. Yeah, seems to look like it's like a crocodile.
I found some of those animals Blitz was wondering about.
And you see that like the scales on their skin seem to like shimmer and change with their background.
Interesting.
What kind of
They don't glow
animal?
or nothing from the detect magic I got going.
I don't think so, actually. I
Okay.
think paracritter powers do not trigger. Let me
like a
double check on that
spell.
while
It's
you
just
guys.
a
Well, yeah, while
thing
you
that's
guys. Yeah,
happening.
correct. But it's
That's
like
fair.
how when you conceal yourself with your spirit power, you don't show up as having a spell on you.
Yeah, yeah. Hmm. What's the gap between those two bridge sections? Like how far across is that are collapsed in?
I'd say from where the bridge hits the water to the where the bridge comes out of the water on the other side, it's probably about 8 meters.
Okay. Not a lot easier.
Sorry,
What's the
and
play?
these alligators are waiting for us on the far side.
They just seem to be lounging on the bank. They're chilling like alligators
know.
or crocodiles chill. Like,
Yeah, I got it. It's
Yeah.
just if only we had a character specifically good at some sort of silent ranged attack, like some sort of adept archer, would be perfect in this situation.
It's very funny. I know a guy.
Possible. It's possible you could have known a guy in another lifetime.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna come back to the group after you point it out, question mark?
Yeah, yeah.
And just say, I don't know. Do we want to just fucking kill all these paracritters before we move across? I'm not super keen on creating a bunch of noise, but as fast as I can run, I definitely can't outrun the predominant land reptile of the southern United States.
This might go without saying, but I will be totally useless. They don't even have comlinks.
Now, I'm mostly asking for our main gunman to show up
Well,
and
they're not
dispatch.
even doing anything to you.
Yeah.
Can't you just go
Yes,
around
but
them?
by the time they do something to us, you won't have time to react to it.
Depends on how loud we want to get here, how much attention we want to draw to ourselves. Right now, this place is pretty quiet.
If only somebody had brought tranquilizer rounds for their gun.
Who would do that?
I'm actually directing that comment not towards Blitz, but towards Cipher.
Of course.
I want to make him intentionally, and this is the player, not Decay. The player, want to make him feel bad for not bringing tranquilizer to put these giga alligators out of commission.
Well, we could just go a different way now. Come back here if needed.
Yeah, looking around, like how, if I take a 5-minute walk up and down, the banks here, how far does this thing stretch? And are there any other?
So you're leaving the path and going off into the forest.
Yeah, I think that's
Okay.
This is mildly concerning, but DK.
That is
Hold
not
on.
what Cipher meant. He meant like take a different color line.
I'm concerned we're not thinking upwardly enough, right? Like, I'm not quite clear on how the ceiling looks,
Okay.
but this is a ziggurat temple, right? We should theoretically be able to take a staircase to a higher level. or use like access tunnels and just go through the ceiling area and then back down on the other side, right? That's not crazy.
Well,
This is like corporate uh what's the word? Commercial area, right?
yeah. So the area you're currently in though right now is
Yeah.
a very large. It's a
Biodome.
it's what's the movie we're in like Earth Dome or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Polly
Uh,
Shore.
Yeah, Polly Shore. Or
There's no way to get over it.
Is Bug still with us as well?
It's a kind of like it's an open air ceiling, like up
Yeah.
up until you get follow the dome all the way to the top.
All right.
It is an open air ceiling.
Look, I'm
Sealed
just
it.
trying to
If
look
you-
for other options than
If you had a
murdering bunch
mage
of-
who could cast levitate,
I know.
You could levitate yourself
I'm kicking
over
myself
there.
here. There's been multiple situations where levitate would just make my life very easy.
I turn and I look at Sniff and I say, "Holy macaroni!" And then I let him decide to go off path, off the forest, and I just follow him.
Is Bug still with us? That's the first question, I guess, before I make that choice.
I did summon him back because I was frustrated with his
Okay. All right.
zero
So
successes.
no Bug.
But I said he
All
would
right,
recharge and send him back out later.
No big deal. Sniff will take a big breath and say, all right, DK, I'm going to take a quick mosey up and down, see if there's anything further afield. Give us another option or two. I'm going to try to be quiet.
all right. So first, go ahead and make me. Let's see here. I think for right now we'll just go with a stealth check or an infiltration roll.
Okay.
Because you aren't in deep enough flora or foliage right now where you're gonna have to like push it out of the way to make room. You're just kind of
Okay.
walking down the bank a little bit.
Yeah. Don't want to go super far either.
Sure.
But yeah, do I get a modifier on this for the invisibility or that'll be on your end?
Yeah, it'll be
Penalty.
yeah.
Yeah.
I will get a penalty for okay.
I get a 1. I'm not making all the noise.
All right, let's see here. So they'll roll 7 dice.
DK making it look easy.
Trying to picture that actually means DK is just not moving. He just didn't go with you. He just stayed still.
So as you move down to the bank, you see like across the water, the two, like the heads of the two crocodiles like track you, like they're watching you.
Mhm.
Neither of them move. Go ahead and make me another set of perception checks as well.
Visual or
Yeah, visual.
the 5.
Okay. With a 3 and a 5, let me go ahead and roll first. So I could. Okay. Sniff, you definitely see there. Well, hang on, let me. That's actually. I need to roll one more dice. I don't think it's going to be. Yeah, so you see that there are definitely at least one more in the water that is like trying to stealthily swim up on you, but you see like a ripple in the water of what looks like a log, and it's definitely the head of one of these crocodiles like swimming closer to you guys. It's probably about halfway across, so it's still like 6 meters away from the bank. But as you know, alligators and crocodiles close pretty quickly, but you've spotted it fast enough that if you want to move back, you can before it gets to you.
Yeah, these things are definitely tracking us. Let's get the heck off the bank here. What are they eating? There's something like they've got some food source around here. Yeah, Sniff's gonna scramble up.
Each other.
Not looking
Yeah.
to get snapped.
I fall, Sniff.
Okay. Um, so you scramble back up the bank, and that like the head of the crocodile sinks, like drops back down below the water level. You can see that main trail from here,
Mhm.
but you can also see like off through the trees in the direction you're going. It does look like there's a break over there, maybe one of those smaller trails that split off from that main trail that you could try and work your way around. You could give me navigation rolls if you have navigation, or like a survival skill, perhaps.
That ain't me. Let's see, DK, you got anything?
Not really. I have running, shadowing, swimming.
What a time to go for a swim.
Yeah.
Well, cutting back to the plaza crew,
Mhm.
both of you go ahead and make me infiltration and then audio perception rolls.
When I click my perception, is there any way to make it audio specific?
No, you just have to know your modifiers for audio versus visual versus olfactory.
Right.
If you don't have any mod, so your perception.
I don't think I have any.
Okay, yeah. So it's just your standard perception then.
Do I just roll agility if I don't have an infiltration button?
Yeah, you would default to agility. So just there should be a default button where you can set the attribute and then click default, and it'll be
So don't do body.
no.
None?
Yeah, none. Well, no. You should set it to agility for your infiltration.
Before you click default,
Yeah, before you click the default the skill.
there's a drop down next to it.
Yes.
Hang on. You have a 1 agility?
Maybe.
He did.
I love
spill out of the garbage
min-max.
can.
Yeah. That's fair. That's a good point.
Man, I am sucking on perception today.
So I will say, and because Blitz, you have
It's a team right there.
your so you'll both hear this because they're not trying to be quiet. So you hear footsteps coming and you both like kind of crouch down and hide. Do either of you speak Azatlan or Spanish?
No.
I don't
Cipher?
think so. No.
Okay.
No.
So you both hear something. Yeah, you recognize it as Spanish. And then you hear a second voice go, "Dude, that's fucking crazy. Are you telling me they went to the zoo?" And then you hear the first voice, switching back to English here, says, "Hey, I think I heard something over in the Taco Temple." Yes.
I'm immediately sending a message, vocally, I suppose, to the group saying, "We have company. Also, they know you guys went to the zoo. Potential SOS."
Blitz is gonna cloak and get in a advantageous position to get the jump on these guys if she needs to.
Okay.
Can I start matrix perceptioning to locate their comm links, assuming they have them?
Sure.
Did they say they as in plural or a single person?
They said
Ooh.
they.
Oh, they
So
spotted me.
either they're
Yeah.
not talking about you guys or they spotted you. Yeah. Oh, where'd it go? All right, let's try that again. 0. 4, 0. There we go.
So with a 3, yeah, you are able to. Well, let me see. Let me just roll that because I have a chance at remaining hidden. Okay, nope. So you are able to spot 2 comlinks. You know, a little distance, so like you can't tell the exact distance away from you, but they're definitely outside of the Taco Temple somewhere in the Plaza del Sol.
I think I paint two red, I don't know, diamonds outside Taco Temple on our mini map that I'm building and projecting for everyone. I don't know if with the perception of 3 if that would tell me like how many, like if they have gear or anything like that, but I just paint as much information as I know at this point for everyone else to know.
With a 3, probably not. Well, it'd be 2 net hits, but yeah. I mean, they're definitely. I'll give you kind of their outside gear that you can pick up on their comlinks. They have like pistols, and then like a variety of consumer electronics on them, like just kind of stuff that everyday people would carry.
All right. I think I would probably just make sure Blitz knows they have pistols. Doesn't seem like what she probably considers too scary, but still scary enough to Cipher. And then I would just be like staring at my like intake back to be like, okay, what do I do? I'm just going to wait. I'm going to hide in the table.
I think Sniff and I maybe start trucking back immediately. You know what I mean?
Well, so when we cut back to you, you guys have made your way to this this side trail. Are you going to, like it's going to be a minute before these 2 events coincide?
Oh shit. Well, we can't be meta.
Sure.
I'm following Sniff no matter where he goes or what he does.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're at this side trail. We saw the river. We're trying to get to that building. What I was going to do before these popped up was to consider popping into astral space for like literally about a minute and just going up
Okay.
high and looking at the length of the river and
Sure.
seeing, what I could
Okay.
see from up there and see if there's any bright spots as well, obviously, that pop out. So
Okay.
he's going to say to DK, I'm about to zonk out here for literally 1 minute. I need you to keep an eye on me. Also, don't move me too far if you need to.
Right. Got
That
it.
was literally going to be my question. It's like, do you warn DK or do you just fall unconscious?
He sits down like up back against a tree or something, and then womp.
So you sit down on
Pops
this
up.
little, essentially it's what is basically a dirt path now, and pop into the astral. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Okay. Got a 4.
4. Okay. Sweet. So yeah, this area lights up like a Christmas tree because it is full of life.
Mhm.
You can see the trails of like plankton, or not plankton, but like water bugs and things in the river that live in the river. You can see it, like you are actually headed towards where the origin point, basically. And it flows down, and then you kind of lose track of it because you can't, you lose it in all of the light
Right.
of the like life around you. But you are headed towards what is essentially like the headwaters of this river.
Okay. So theoretically, we should be able to get around or over it. Hopefully,
Yeah,
at that point.
yeah, you can see, like, because you're in the astral, you can zip around pretty easily. If
Yeah.
you go over to the headwaters, you can see like there it seems to be like coming out of this large like rocky structure.
Okay.
It, like kind of flows down over the rocks and then into like a big pool. And then it looks like it has because you see like there are some like grayish blobs that have like it looks like moss or lichen or something that has covered them. There's one that has like crumbled and cracked, and the water flows out over that.
Okay.
So you feel like this was like an exhibit that degraded over time and is now has like created a river.
Oh, okay. It wasn't a normal retraction. Cool. And then I would flit over to the building that if we had, that we were looking at, just to get a quick view of that, and then go back to
Sure.
my body.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, like the administration building, large stone blob, gray blob, and the thing covered with like vines and mosses and tracks there. You see like birds, like some birds and insects and things crawling over it and flying around it. With a 4, I mean, there are some larger animals in the area, but nothing close to this building.
Okay. And then back to my body and waking up. Okay, yeah, if we follow this path, we definitely can get over this thing. The river stops at essentially the origin point. There's water spilling out, but rocks that we can climb over, if nothing else. So,
didn't see
and I'll
any-
say, sorry, this path does go like around those rocks as like
Okay.
a path that went around
oh,
the
okay, we
exhibit.
don't even need to really work at it.
Nope.
Perfect.
You didn't see any traps or anything like that?
Nothing that I could see in the astral anyway. Just a whole lot of life, lots of stuff buzzing about, but nothing too big over where we're headed, at least.
Let's go.
Crunch, crunch, let's roll. We're taking a stroll.
Okay. So you head over to go ahead. So now you make me you'll either default on this, but it'll be make me a navigation check as like you lose like this trail and becomes overgrown in certain places. I'll give you Sniff, you'll get a we'll call it +4 because you scouted in the astral.
I mean, he's leading, so I'm just going to let him make
Yep.
the roll.
Yep, that's fine.
So 4, and then there we go. It defaulted it to logic. I don't know if that's correct, but
I believe it is. I think it is. I'll take it even if it's not. So with 4, yeah, you are easily able, like you, like the trail disappears into like a undergrowth of foliage, but you're able to be like, actually, we need to hook a little bit to the right here, as you like can like feel the stone underneath your feet, and you don't go off into the middle distance. You do come to the like a what looks to be like an overgrown railing that has like vines and things twirled through it, and it overlooks a large like kind of like a rocky spring structure with a very large pool at the base. And there does seem to be some signage there for the animals that would be contained within this enclosure. You just looking around, or you just going to carry on?
the signage look like it pertains to crocodilian type creature.
It's something called an Amet. But
An
yes, an Amet. It is a if you spend the time to read the blurb, it is a awakened crocodile that has like camouflage and is actually quite smart.
Oh, okay.
It feels like, was it Jurassic World, the third one, when he's like, oh, we use cuttlefish genes and it can now camouflage.
Except for,
Yeah.
hey, when magic came back, this thing suddenly got cuttlefish genes.
Terrifying. All right. Well, we'll definitely have to avoid those things.
Both of you go ahead and make me visual perception rolls as well.
I still don't get any magic to this.
I'll allow it in this
Too
case
late,
because
I've
this
already
is
rolled.
okay.
Straight up 0 with 3
Okay.
1s out of 5.
Fantastic. That's a
Please give
glitch.
me something other than a 1.
We're looking for perception on this, you said?
Yes.
Yes.
3.
So you see another sign, like another like the post for another sign where the top has grown over. And you go over to like clear it off and look at it. And that is when you get the message from Cipher that it's like uh SOS, there's people here. They know you went to the zoo.
Oh, fuck.
Blitz,
They laughed at you going to the zoo.
you see standing outside the taco temple, there are two metahumans. Looks like a human and an orc. Kind of like standing out in the plaza. Like they're both of them are looking towards the taco temple now. They seem to be wearing gang leathers with like a red and green colors. And one of them like cautiously calls out. It's like, "Hello, is anybody in there?"
Do I know roughly where Blitz is like also hidden, or like would your comlink tell me roughly where you are in the room, or because you're invisible, would I have no clue where you are?
I'm gonna leave this one up to Spoon because I feel like Blitz would like let you see where she
I would
is, but
say
I don't know
you
if that's
have a
possible.
decent idea of where she is. Yeah, like
Yeah.
you're not going to be able to like pinpoint the exact like tile she's standing on, but yeah, within like a couple meters, yeah, you can definitely know where she is.
Then I think I would remain hidden, but if they start going towards where Blitz is, Cipher would be like I'd wait until they're like right on top of her, like if she's gonna get discovered, and then I'd stand up and be like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, got lost, wrong turn. Uh, this menu is outdated." If that were to come to that event, otherwise I'm staying completely silent and hiding.
Okay. Go ahead and make me a infiltration roll.
Oh come on, I only have agility die.
I'll give you like go ahead and give yourself +2 because you're like hiding behind a bunch of stuff that you guys piled up.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, look at the differences.
There you
Nailing
go.
it.
Okay, so let me roll their perception.
Oh, wait, I was literally rolling 0 dice before.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, because you were -1.
Oh, I didn't know you got -1 penalties.
Yeah, if you don't have a skill, the defaulting the skill is
A penalty of 1.
yeah.
I was like, I'm
So
rolling
perception.
zeros, but I don't expect to roll a success. Look at that difference.
Yeah. Cipher has definitely tied his shoes together. Like
Damn it, Bug. We're gonna have words after this.
Okay. Okay. So you like hide, and as you like turn and like crouch up against your table that you're hiding behind, it like rattles a little bit, and they're like, "Hey, we know you're in there. What are you doing here? Are you a Nova Coke head? Like what's going on, man? Like why are you hanging out on our turf?"
look at the gold
What?
card.
What's a Nova Coke? I was just hungry. I'm not standing up yet. I'm staying crouched behind the table.
Oh, God, another. All right. So they go, "Okay, come on out. We'll get you some food.
Oh, really? Do you have milk?
We got soy milk.
I mean,
So you're not a Drek head, like you aren't looking to score."
What? I don't know what words you're saying. No.
All right, man, come on out.
I think I like stick a hand up first to see if they shoot immediately.
Nope, they're just standing outside, and like you can see them now. They're standing outside the doors of like this taco temple, like looking in. One of them has like pulled out a light, and
Can I make a judge intentions roll?
Sure.
Because I'm not sensing that he's in any kind of danger, and I think
Correct.
Blitz is just kind of waiting to see how this is going to play out. Like maybe they're just going to leave Cipher alone.
Actually give him some milk.
Yeah, and send him on his way.
Yeah, they don't seem to be hostile, at least. They seem to just want to talk to him.
If only I had actually done the research DK asked me to do to understand what these guys' motivations are.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. I mean, I was just out here to try to update the menu. Feels like it's 10 years out of date. It just bugs me when it's, so old. But I'm coming out, and I stand up very slowly.
Mhm.
Think you could help move these tables out of the way? I'm not very strong.
What is Cipher wearing?
My usual, like, what's that thing called?
Like
the jacket vest thing.
Okay.
Hold on.
So you're wearing like armor. You're
An urban
obviously wearing
explorer
armor.
jumpsuit.
Yeah, okay. So they both look at you, and then they look at each other and they go, "You're not exactly the normal type we find running around in here, are you?"
Well, I don't know what you normally find, so it's really difficult for me to answer.
We find sinless addicts, like chip heads, bro.
Chip heads? No, that's not me.
Yeah, I can see that.
Oh, so good. We're on the same page.
What are you doing here, man?
Well, I mean, this menu is just super out of date. I was just trying to update it.
You work for S Technology?
No, I work for Taco Temple.
Okay, I'm gonna need a con roll now.
Yeah. I
Hold this
actually
off, Cipher.
have
Come on.
skill 1 in con. Why? I don't know, but I do. All it takes is 1, right?
Nothing.
All
Sure.
it takes is 1.
Yeah. All right. So they're gonna oppose with just
Get
their
'em.
charisma.
Get him.
And they're gonna default here. Well, I'll give them a 1 in con because they're gangers.
Aw.
They're okay at lying.
They don't deserve it.
Oh,
What does that mean?
so ties go to the defender. So like you see one of them like gives you like a I don't think so, man.
Hey, I can help influence the menu. What's an item you wish that was offered here but isn't?
Dude, this Taco Temple hasn't been in service for like at least 2 years.
Well, that's what I'm here to fix.
No, man, stop bullshitting us. What are you doing here? And you see now one of them like
Okay,
like-
at this
like
point,
li-
I'm
like
going
lifts
to
his shirt
intervene.
and like shows you that he has a pistol in his waistband. He's like, okay,
I'm
so
intervening.
you decloak.
No, I don't decloak.
Oh, yeah. What are you gonna do?
I'm
Unless
gonna
decloak
gun them
is another
both
word
down with
for-
stick and shock.
Okay.
Dick and shot.
Okay.
Because my very good friend Cipher gave me a whole bunch of stick and shock for my
Yeah.
very
For
big
your shotgun.
shotgun.
Okay.
And these guys seem like they're decent fellows.
I can hear the disappointment in DK's voice.
Look at how
So,
Cipher has changed.
Blitz has no problem with gangers who like are actually trying to help people. Like these guys seemed like they were going to help him.
They
Yeah,
promised me milk.
up until he told them he was going to get the Taco Temple up and running.
A very
So
Cipher
do I still fire 10 stick and shock?
I mean, you don't have to. You can fire as many or as few stick and shock as you want. You can fire like you can do a full long burst, or you could do like 2 short bursts at each of these guys. Because your full long burst is a complex action. You can do a long burst, which is 6 shots, and a short burst, which is 3 shots, as 2 simple actions. So you could theoretically shoot both of them in one pass.
Okay, I'm going to do that.
Pretty good.
So that's going to, you said 3 each?
So no, it'd be 6 for the first one and 3 for the second one.
Okay.
and then you'll roll 2 separate firearms tests. I mean, you're probably gonna light these dudes up.
Oh, come on.
I probably won't even bother rolling defense for them because they're low-level gangers, depending on the amount of hits you get.
Why am I not firing my gun?
I don't know.
There we go. Hold on.
Hang on,
figure
we're
why the heck I have
performing
My mouse is being
con.
really sticky.
concussive
Oh my
maintenance
God.
over here. Oh, okay. Yeah. Jesus.
How many times did I just roll?
3. We'll just take
Sorry.
the first 2, though. It's fine.
Okay.
It's only
You-
17
My
combined.
mouse
Jesus
is
Christ.
sticky on the left side.
I think that's gonna do it.
You have
Yeah.
5 6s in a row on that second one.
You don't have like edge turned on or anything, do you?
No, baby.
Okay,
That's all me.
That's just natural.
Yeah.
That's natural.
That's natural
right there.
blitz.
Okay.
Blitz,
yeah.
Blitz is terrifying.
Your Cipher's like, I'm gonna get this taco dimple back up and running, and they're both like, no. And then there's a boom, and
It is suppressed. I have a suppressor.
it's still loud though.
Yes.
And you see these like there's like a wet slapping noise as these rounds impact these dudes, and then I'm not even gonna bother roll anything because it's 7 be like 16p half AP because it's electrical damage. Oh no, it does with stick and shock it goes down to 6, but that's still doesn't matter. Yeah, you put a bunch of stick and shock into both of these dudes and they fall to the ground twitching, and they're like paralyzed essentially by this ammo.
That's what you
And
get
then
for
they're
teasing a
both
nerd about
unconscious.
his milk.
So Blitz is gonna come over to Sniff and Decay. She's gonna say, situation's handled. They made a weird comment about you guys being in the zoo. Like maybe it was a bad idea. Is everything okay in there?
Some awakened crocodiles paying attention to us. I don't know. Nothing bigger than that so far, but
Okay, well, if anything's weird, I'd get the fuck out of there. I'm gonna go hide these 2 bodies.
keep us posted.
I mean, they're 2
Sorry,
people.
Sniff.
They're 2 people.
What? Hold
They're,
on,
they're
Sniff.
not dead yet.
They're bodies right now. They're paralyzed.
What was that you said about awakened crocodiles? I knew there were crocodiles. This is the first I'm hearing that they're awakened. What the
You
fuck,
didn't
man?
read the sign?
No.
Yeah, no, well, okay, so they're smart and they've got magic camouflage. I mean,
They have magic fucking camouflage? You didn't think that maybe we should discuss that before we go into a forest?
well, we're not in the forest. Yeah, we're following the path. It'll be fine. They're
The
in
path
the
through
water.
the forest. The forest path.
Yeah. We're just gonna sneak. It'll be fine. Don't worry.
I
about
don't
it,
have
DK.
a gun on me.
Well,
I'm really good at hand to hand, but I'm not so good at jaw to my entire body. I say as I turn and look at the camera, and then I go, "It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?"
So I think as a closing scene here, like as you guys are having this conversation, Sniff
We're
has
getting
reached
attacked
up
by
and
crocodiles.
no, he has rested his hand on the sign that you were going to go look at that's covered in like foliage,
yeah.
and as you're like arguing with DK, like you pull your hand down and it brushes away some of the vines and things, and you see it's a this way to the Behemoth exhibit.
The Behemoth.
Okay, Jurassic Park, calm the fuck down.
And that is where we will exit
Behemoth?
in character. Yes,
Is this a real critter?
I will say, but before we exit in character, you can give me a paracritter knowledge.
All right.
Or
got to use my
magical threat.
Yeah.
It's a 100 tonner clan mech.
All right. I got a 3.
Got a 3. Okay. You know that a behemoth is a paraspecies of the common alligator. They stand 3 meters high at the shoulder, and
what?
are roughly about 5 meters long.
All right, Lake Placid.
on average. Basically, it's a big like fuck off crocodile or
That is
alligator.
10
Sorry.
feet tall.
It is yes,
At the
3 meters,
shoulders.
3 meters high at the shoulders.
Jesus.
All
All
it's just
right.
a-
So the
just a
Amets are
basketball
their
hoop.
little cousins, right? Like this is
Yeah. The Amets are not the real threat in this area.
Oh no. All right. Good to know. That he's pointing at now, DK.
Great. Guys, anything we need to talk about post episode before we do the shadowing? How do we feel about this one?
Splitting the party certainly makes it interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. I was just I was like, well, are they gonna avoid? And it's like, yep, okay, they're going to the zoo. All right, they're gonna avoid most of the red line stuff.
We got a different red line.
Yeah.
Great. Shadowly. Sniff, who's Shadowly?
I'm gonna give it to Blitz for taking care of the immediate threat. Keeping our important tech person safe.
Cipher, who's Shadowly?
So, who shadowed? I'm going to go with Sniff because he did the most investigation. Who am I most thankful for? That's Blitz again.
I cannot be more clear about this. There's only one.
I said shadowed. Shadowed.
Okay.
Sniff.
Blitz, who Shadowly?
I'm gonna give this one to Cipher for trying to shadowly.
Valiant attempt.
Yeah.
You nearly
With his-
conned him.
With it, yeah, nearly conned him, nearly hid from him. I think your next karma expenditure should probably be on some of your attributes.
Hey, my last one went into body. Moved it up to
and this
2.
next one should go into agility, I think.
And then after that, I can do strength. All 3 of those started at a 1.
All that working out with Brick.
Yeah, that's what the body did.
100%.
Spoon, who Shadowly?
I think I'm gonna give it to Blitz for the just straight up carnage.
17 successes and 2 dice rolls.
Yeah, is insane.
Pretty good.
That's the way I
Yeah.
operate.
A couple points into firearms makes a big difference, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. It does.
It does help when you roll 6 6s, though.
In a row.
Yeah.
In Cipher's headcanon, the reason Blitz revealed herself wasn't because Cipher was threatened, but because he was being so funny she was going to giggle. So she had to break silence anyways.
I think that the Amets Shadowly.
The one in the water.
All of them.
Sneaky. Oh,
Yeah.
all of them.
Well, not just one.
Sneaky
all of
beaky.
them. What does that leave the vote count at?
2 1 1 1.
Who's the 2?
Blitz is 2.
Blitz.
Great. Blitz,
Mhm.
what's our question for next time?
I will tell you later.
Yeah? Yeah? No. I let people get away with that, and I got one about 6 hours before showtime.
It was a
from
good one,
Ludemann.
though. It was a
I
good
It might
one.
have been a good one, but it was last minute.
How about
Would
I
you
give it to
accept
tomorrow?
homework turned in
Listen,
during class?
okay, hang on. If there's anybody in this group that I would trust to go, okay, yeah, hey, I'll like she will tell us like tomorrow. It would be Savannah.
That's
It would be
true.
Blitz.
You want me to extend trust to people?
What am
Fine.
I, chopped liver?
I don't extend trust to anybody. I'm DK.
I trust no one.
Trust no one. I don't even trust myself.
Trust
Fine.
the shadows.
I am not going to remind you. And if there is not 24 hours from now a question in the Shadowrun, I will be disappointed. And I will say I'll say, whoa there, fellow. Watch it, punk.
Well,
No more Mr. Nice Guy.
prepare to be elated.
I mean, you could post it tonight. You could post it in like
My
One
brother.
like 6 days and
Newsflash,
20
buddy.
hours. My same prep will go into it.
You're on thin ice, Buster.
You have like a generator for these?
Yeah, I have a list.
Oh boy.
That's prep right
All right.
there.
So Blitz has to come up with a question.
Are we good for next week?
Yes,
Should be.
I think.
All right. It's worth mentioning now that we are in early talks to do the first of 3 charity episodes for Make-A-Wish International. I don't think everyone's checked in yet. I will almost certainly be streaming those nights, so if it's not Shadowrun, it'll be something else, but I believe it's June 19th through 21st. So if you want to catch a live show of Shadowrun, hopefully this episode is out before then. Otherwise, this warning will have been worthless. Oh, shit. Wait, is that the stop recording button approaching rapidly?